Okay, so I got two of those things. I made a previous video. I'm making this follow-up video because there's more information I wanted to get into. So when it comes to playing cards and everything like that, um, so apparently they've been around since, I'm going to say, before the 12th century. So it was a possibility that even leaves, like, the leaves off a tree were used as cards. They had whatever symbols and stuff like that on them that they would use. This is like the entire world. So like um, it's not just specific to what culture, what country, or anything like that started with the playing cards. And then I think tarot cards came after. But yeah, the tarot card decks came later than the suited decks. And they were made up of new cards added to the existing playing card decks, as far as I'm aware. I think that was like the 1400s. And they were called triumph cards. And then that kind of mutated into trump cards. And yeah, they're not even scholars that look into the real origins of the decks, like in the Renaissance court of northern Italy and stuff like that. They still think that it links with the Egyptian remains and stuff like that, whatever they've dug up. They had other cards as well. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. It's like the Mamluk cards. It's Mamluk. Mamluk cards. Modern Italian and Spanish decks used usually of 40 cards, though sometimes there were decks of 48 to 52. They're split up into 4 suits: cups, coins, swords, and batons. Which can also be called sticks or cudgels. A 40 card deck has pip cards or number cards from 1 to 7, along with 3 face cards for each suit. The face cards are, I think, Fante, Fante, Fante. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So, knave or jack. Cavallo, knight, re, king. Those words are Italian. Spanish versions are also similar. German decks usually have 32 to 36 cards in 4 suits: acorns, leaves, hearts, and bells. Interesting, bells. They're kind of related to Swiss decks, which has 36 cards in 4 suits with roses in place of leaves. So yeah. Anyways, the whole idea of having, you remember the bicycle cards? So you've got the 2 wee little fairies there, whatever you want to call them. And then you've also, it can be like a blue deck or a red deck. And the whole idea of being on a bicycle, which is balance. And then you've got it split between the two. So it's like, I wouldn't say the underworld, but like you just got both worlds. And then on each of the corners, if you look at the original bicycle cards, they have little merfolk. 1, 2, 3, 4 in each of the corners. So the detailing that goes into the bicycle cards, like there's a lot in there for you to take a look at. I don't know if you've ever looked in depth on them. You probably have a pack laying around somewhere that you use for like Go Fish or something like that. But the details on them is specific. And there's a reason why it has a flip version. So whatever way you put it down, it's right side up. So if you think about your both sides to you, your duality, right? Whatever side you play it down, it's still you. You have a light side and a dark side. And a lot of people that do put on masks, I would consider they're feeling one emotion, but they're not showing it. myself, I'm like an open book, easily to read. If I'm having a good day, you can tell. A bad day, you can tell. Energetically, I pick up on people and I read their energy, and then I look at the way they're acting or their, outside appearance, and it's not matching the energy, which is, my whole life has been confusing as F. But um, yeah, people that put masks on, they generally are feeling one way, but then they're not showing or expressing it at all. I personally can't go that long without expressing myself in some way, shape, or form. But the whole idea of whatever way you flip the card, it's still you. I love that about the deck of cards. I don't know if I can zoom in maybe. I can't zoom in that way. But I'll post the other video first, and then I'll post this one after. You pretty much get the idea of where I'm coming from, but I don't know if anybody's ever talked about this. I don't know if they've ever looked at the whole concept of the cards themselves. And even when it comes to tarot decks and everything like that too. Yeah, so we're looking at well before the 12th century even, when they first were developed. I personally love the idea that somebody, whoever it was that created like cards and stuff like that, were able to use that in order to read and make more sense out of the energies that they're picking up on. Kind of like a tool.